What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I apologize for the brief hiatus on the channel. Apparently I did come down with the you-know-what. I can't say it because the video will get demonetized, and I am still fairly afflicted, so please do be patient as content might be slowed a bit. There were quite a few things that I intended to get last week that didn't happen. We might still release them, but I am kind of on borrowed breath and time, so I want to get right to the news, guys. Team unit election, you guys know this thing. This is basically where last year when we voted on all the new units, here are the results. All right, so this is the 11th through 12th. This is all for, this is for the first one we did. So we already pretty much knew the results of this one. We got these a while back, and of course the winner almost unanimously, with the exception of EU, was Ryu. Makes sense. Now, a lot of you guys seem not understand what was happening here. We're going to get one unit that was a combination of basically two units of the game. Not the first time we've gotten this, but it's a rare unit type. But basically, Ryu 1 and whoever we get is going to be paired with Ryu. Now, so, hilarious that Argo's on there. I find it funny that Artie's at the bottom of the list here. That would have been a no-brainer choice for me. But got some interesting different options here. North America, I cannot believe that that Aisha is this low for us. EU too. You guys just massively disappoint in that regard, guys. But the winner flabbergasts me in a lot of these situations. Okay? Remember, if you read this right, this is a combination unit. And I'm sorry, but North America, EU, and China, guys, what? Name one scene in the light novel, in the anime, one scene where Ryu and Haruhime share like a panel. I just think people must have misunderstood what this is. But they did kind of split the difference here, and it seems like Bell won. Which, thank you, Riot Flyer. I'm so glad you crunched the actual numbers. Because you notice, like, Bell was, like, second on quite a few of those. Bell actually won this one, which is nice. So we are going to get a Bell and Ryu. Those of you guys that know the upcoming light novel stories and stuff like that. Season 4 and all that. This makes a huge amount of sense. So this is going to be our combo unit coming up. These usually do take quite a bit of time to fill, so we might not see this unit until maybe like anniversary next year. It might be quite a bit of time, but we're going to get a combo Ryu and Bell unit. I believe that even said it was going to be an assist, which kind of makes the most sense for combo units. But yeah, very much looking forward to that. Okay, let's get down to the actual game schedule here. There is an EX mission. I skipped the panel a bit early there. There is an EX mission coming, guys. You know, whenever these drop, I do try to cover them, try to make teams that people can beat this with. That one might be interesting. I get the feeling like you guys probably already know the water team is going to walk in and just like stomp this thing to pieces. So if you've got a good water team, hopefully single target or AoE or like the combination team that are built to just decimate every 7th zone, you should be good to go. But the new stories are coming tomorrow, guys. That is going to be awesome. High difficulty EX quests added. We talked about that. And remember, this gives you Hero Lights and Iris. So, pardon me if I skim over this a bit, but once again, I am on borrowed breath and time. Clear Ancient Hero Extra Stage, get Iris times 50. Clear the Eternal Holy Flame, get Iris times 100. And S clear all part 3 quests, including 2 extra stages. You get Hero Light times 5. So, and Blessed Flame. That's basically a trophy saying you did it. Congratulations. This will be live tomorrow. It says through 9/23. Of course, remember that's going to be 9/8 through 9/22 for the rest of us. That's basically when everything else is ending in the game anyway. We shall cover that on its own. The new banner I told you guys was coming. Now, here's what's interesting. And I'm kind of on the fence about this one. They added a 15th and 20th additional draw on the guaranteed. So that means you go your first pull, you get 2 basically 3-star guaranteed pulls. Your 4th pull, that's guaranteed 4-star, 2 more, 7th pull, 2 more, 10th pull. Then you've got 4 whole pulls, 11th, 12th, 13th, to 14th, before your next guaranteed draw. Now, that doesn't mean there's a guaranteed draw there, but man, you are like at significant cost on this bad boy. I really don't know. I would say, if at all possible, stop at 10. But I don't know if that's gonna be possible. But if at all possible, definitely stop at 10, guys. Let's talk about what these new units do. Told you villain units were coming, guys. Told you. They are time limited. That much was predictable. HP is over 4,000 on this dude. 4,009. Remember, these units are usually... That physical attack 2124? That is insane. Defense 659? What a beast. And agility is 1106. This unit is absolutely insane. So I hope you guys saved. I told you guys saved 4,000 hours. I hope you saved at least that. I hope you saved at minimum that. Skill 1, fast skill, 80% slow. Adds 4 additional actions, foes. Low dark physical attack with... Funny, it's low dark physical attack, not mid. It should be mid. But it's low. With ultra penetration rate, 40% chance to steal. Hold up. This dude just did 2 ailments in this turn. He did a slow. And... Well, let's say, technically it's turn 2. Turn 2 he's going to do a seal. He just did 2 ailments in 2 turns. Skill 2 is a super dark physical attack with ultra penetration rate, temporary strength boost for 4 turns, self strength, dark damage plus 70%, foes AoE resistance down 35%, life steals 10% of damage done. I don't know if you consider that an ailment, but I kind of do a little bit. I mean, it's not really an HP drain, but it's like a heal. I guess it's not technically an ailment, but it is a bit of a heal. So he just did... He hits you... Turn 1, he hits you with slow. Turn 2, he hits you with AoE debuff and a big buff himself. And then, second part of turn 2, he hits you with that seal chance. On top of doing a heal from life drain, that's... This unit's insane. Ailment teams. You're welcome, I guess. This dude's gonna be deadly. Super dark physical attack, skill 3. Super dark physical attack with foe singular, I should say. The rest were AoE, this is singular. Super dark physical attack with ultra penetration rate for every strength buff on himself, skill damage plus 70%, and life steals 10% of damage done. Are you serious? He's still going to be good for single target. The problem is we lack a lot of the assists to make... let's I guess not a lot of assists. We lack some of the support to make Dark what it should be, but it's nice to see Dark getting some love. SA is Ultra Dark Physical Attack, foes plural. Ultra Dark Physical Attack with Ultra Penetration Rate, temporary great strength boost, applies poison, 40% HP per turn for 4 turns. Heal and ailment resist down 40%. Life steals 10% of HP done with his SA. Let me just explain what this dude just did right here, okay, with his SA. So, 40% poison on the first turn he does it. Then, reduces your heal and ailment resistance. If the poison hasn't affected you, he's going to hit you with the second poison the turn after that. While he's hitting you with either a slow or a, maybe a slow... maybe a slow and a seal. He could potentially hit you with 3 ailments while reducing your ailment resistance, and every single turn doing a life steal. Now, okay, actually, take it back. He wouldn't life steal on that turn necessarily, because he would have to life steal with skill 2, not skill 1. But still, I digress. Like, This dude's nuts. I mean, it's... If you ever wanted a unit that could, like, just absolutely bombard an opponent with ailments, this is the guy. This guy literally will take... You know, we have plenty of units that do anti-ailment. He's just going to, like, knock on the door and then kick it right the hell in. Like, this dude is absolutely bonkers. Counters are Dark Element for 4 turns. Foe singular strength and magic minus 45%. On top of everything else this asshole does, he does a strength and magic debuff on his every single counter. What insanity. Who at Right Flyer sat down and said, this is a good idea? I mean, I love it, but I want to know who greenlit this, because that person probably needs to be institutionalized. This dude is wrong. Like, it's the perfect villain unit. Like, this guy is, like, the perfect villain. But, oh my god, I'm telling you right now, we see this guy in Undertale Skira, and it's going to be an instant skip. Next. I'm going to see him in Wargame just forfeit. Like, what a monster. Light resistance plus 35%, strength and endurance, agility, and dex plus 35%, penetration damage plus 25%. Counter damage plus 60. He already does something on counter. Would you stop? What even is this unit? I don't have the heart for this. I'm still ill, guys. Let's move on. Vesta. We knew we were getting a Vesta unit, and I'm glad she's an adventurer. That actually makes a lot of sense. HP is 36, 31. Leaves a little bit to be desired, but she's a magic unit, so, you know, they tend not to have as much HP. Magic attack is 2015. That is absolutely bonkers for magic. Agility is 1059, which leaves a bit to be desired, but her dex is really, really, really high. Even if her defense is a little lacking. Pardon me, we're 12 minutes into this video, and I've spent about half of it yakking about, oh boy, I'll probably have to do this in multiple steps. Skill 1, high fire magic attack with ultra on guard rate. Life steals again, 15% damage done. Self recover 20% MP. Skill 2, foes plural. Super fire magic attack with ultra critical rate. Temporary, I'm guessing that's temporary magic boost. Clears strength, magic, agility, endurance, and dex buffs. So for 2 turns, does foes... I'm going to guess that's for the opponents? Doesn't say for allies, it says for opponents. Clears strength, magic, endurance. That is nuts. She basically wipes out every buff on your opponent. Skill 2 adds for 2 turns. Foes low fire magic attack. Allies extend buffs plus 1 turn. Now, if you're AoE, that's basically the one you're going to spam anyway, so you don't have to worry about that too much. That is quite nice. Skill 3. Now, here's what's a fun one. She doesn't get a single target. She gets an ally skill. Fast buff. Clears strength, magic, agility, endurance, and dex debuffs for 1 turn. I'm sorry. Clears all of those debuffs. For 1 turn, strength, magic, and fire damage plus 35% for all allies. Gives them the exact same death save mechanic like Artie. So basically, if you don't know what that means, if you guys weren't here for last year's event, that means that at 10% or higher health, you're basically given 1 death saving throw. Now, that means that if you get hit with a KO blow, you're going to survive it. I want to point out, that's after a debuff clear. Now, 260 MP cost means you're not spamming this. You're going to use that, like, basically once and then go back to spamming skill 2. SA, Ultra Fire Magic Attack. For every strength, magic, agility, endurance, dex debuff on the foe, skill damage plus 20%. Strength, magic, agility, endurance, and dex. So you have 100 right there. Now, to be fair, you're probably not doing all those as debuff, but if you plan it out right with those debuffs, you're talking a 200% skill damage buff. Got to plan to use this unit right. but she will be monstrous. Allies clears all strength, magic, agility, endurance, and dex debuffs, and cleanses all ailments. So she basically negates, I mean, sort of negates the other dude? I don't know. Great units, though. Oh my god. Counters her fire element, all elemental resistance plus 35% when countering, also heals allies for 10%. What? When countering, heals all allies for 10%. Magic, agility, and dex plus 35%. Guard damage reduction plus minus 30%, so which she's guarding, she reduces 30% damage. Recovers 5% HP and MP per turn. Yeah, so those of you that have the 8K Iris, maybe consider going to turn 20? I don't know. I'm going to go to turn 10, see where I sit, and then probably wail, but these units will be maxed. I'm calling it out. These units will be maxed. Prometheus! Gotta hope you've read the story at this point. I have not. That's a spoiler for me. I've been waiting to do it on stream, and well, got the capital C, and wasn't able to do that, so yay! Prometheus, HP is 1,000. That's what I get for waiting, right? Yay! HP is 1,000. Physical and magic attack aren't really anything to write home about, but agility is 640, which is nice. Very high agility. Not the highest, but very high. Foes, plural. Strength, magic, endurance, and dex down 15%. That's a big debuff. 3. Okay, so 3 activated actions. In other words, when she gets attacked, when taking damage for 1 turn, allies, guard, counter, heal, plus 50%. So basically the way this works, if you're not familiar, so for the next, for the 3 turns after she comes up, if the person she's attached to on your team takes an attack, that means instantly all allies on your team get 50% guard rate, 50% counter rate, and 50% greater heal. Now, that only counts for the remainder of that turn. The end of that turn, it kind of, goes away. Then, waits for the next attack to happen again, and it's activated all over again. So, you're kind of hoping that whoever she's attached to gets attacked first. This could be life-saving. This could, it really comes down to RNG with a skill like this, but I really like this unit, and I cannot wait. Like, all 3 of these, can we just agree that all 3 of these units are, like, going to be just absolutely game-changing in Wargame? Just saying. I'll try to do a Before You Summon video tomorrow to cover them all in a little bit more detail when I'm hopefully feeling a little bit better than this. I'm already starting to break up a bit, so we're going to have to rush through the rest of this. We'll try to cover them a little bit more. Collect all the items and get a bond for a 4-star unit, so there is a heroic trial for them incoming. I'm going to guess Water Team will just crush that. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Maybe Fire Team, but we'll see. So there will be a bundle for this team. Heroic Myth 4-star guaranteed, 11 draw times 1. So the general 3-star guaranteed, 11 draw times 1. JP 4th anniversary. This is the 11 draw that gives you a guaranteed 4-star from the last year times 2. Ascension Fall times 10. Exilia books times 100, which would be really nice. I do need those. So, good bundle. Items added to the Great Tail Exchange. Okay, so this is for the exchange. So, Primordial Flame for Vesta and Prometheus' weapon. Holy Flame Torch for Vesta, Prometheus, and Prometheus. Good stuff. So basically CP items for them. On top of them at the blacksmith, you can craft Vesta's weapon and Epimetheus' weapon. Nice. New combo special arts. Holy Eternal Flame is here. This is unique combo. Special arts can be activated with the teaming of Belle and Vesta. So we'll see how that plays out. Outfit stories added. New outfit stories. These will be pretty interesting. Artemis, Aphrodite, and Apollo. New familia deities added. So people were asking when these were going to be added. Apparently, they're going to be added tomorrow. So after tomorrow, you can actually finally add them to your familias. Hero Fall into Quest. We already knew that. That is coming back. Record Buster, of course, appropriately is returning. Hopefully, you finished up your wargaming runs this week. Once again, 7th Zone will be back. I think at this point, 7th Zone is kind of a joke. A lot of people have asked me to do a comparison of the fire team and the water team. Now that I'm feeling a bit better, I could probably put that together and do that test. I do have a pre-recording last week of the test of the new Mikoto. I never got to basically launch because of my illness. Hopefully I can rest enough today, maybe get that out today, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Worst case scenario, we can retest her with Revis incoming, but I was very happy with those results. I'm just going to say right now, if you don't have Mikoto Max Limit Broken, you will probably want her Limit Broken. So, this is the next week. This is not this week, but the week following, so don't expect a huge amount of news over the next couple of weeks. Of course, once Record Buster is done, Wargame will take place. And once the Hero Fall into Quest expires, and Crystal Rabbit Quest will take place. This is all next Wednesday. Okay? And, of course, 7th Zone. Then the week... let's see, this is actually the Thursday following that. We have the Familia Rush. We knew this was coming. We haven't had a Familia event in a really, really, really long time. We'll get more details on that really soon. And then the week following that is Familia Wargame, which we haven't had in a really long time either. So it's time to start buffing those Familias. We'll need to sit down and do a... basically just do an inventory and see how all the Familias are doing currently. I hate to say, but since I've been so busy and down on my health lately, I haven't had a chance to do any of that, so my apologies to my Familia leaders, but we are going to have a discussion on this, and if you are interested in the Familias, make sure you join my Discord down below. There is a Familia application guide in there. If you're interested, that's the fastest, quickest, and easiest way to get in there. I will tell you right now, guys, DMing me probably will not be very effective at the moment. I'm going to take a big nap after recording this because it's a lot more video than I expected to record today. Here's everything incoming. The EX missions, the new heroic trial, the new gacha, all the stuff we discussed coming in tomorrow. This is huge, guys. Like, tomorrow's such a massive day. I'm trying so hard to get healthy-ish so I can stream tomorrow. So that is my goal. If I skip stream tonight, it's all so that we can, move on and stream tomorrow. Now here's a fun one. Just if you guys remember last time, just some general art came across my desk. I don't have a lot of energy left, so I'm going to cover these very, very, very quickly. These are all the weapons. I believe 2 is the one we actually... Yeah, 2 is the one we actually eventually went with. Looks really good there. Actually, I think 2 is the nicest. The rest of these don't really match, honestly. Here are the different concept arts for Belle. I think 2 right here, once again, is the one they pretty much went with, isn't it? Here's all the concept arts for Wealth. They all look very similar again. I love 5, though. 5 looks amazing. What's the difference between 5 and 8? Not much. And I believe that's the one they finally actually went with. And I don't remember specifically, if I'm honest here. Here's all the weapons they potentially went with. Wait, is it just me? Or did he get one of Belle's weapons? Didn't he? I could be wrong. There we go. And of course, all the concept art for him. Here's the concept art for Hephaestus. Kind of a no-brainer on that one. Hestia. Mikoto. Once again, hopefully we get the damage test for her out shortly. Ilya. And pretty obvious which one they went with there. Ooh, I gotta sit back a little bit. Hermes. And then, of course, we know what they eventually went with there. There you go. In case you were confused. And Aphrodite is the one that surprised me. She went through a lot of different revisions here. Check this out. So went through all those. I love 5 is really adorable. I'm a little sad they didn't go with that one. All her different renditions. A lot of different character designs for this unit. So I guess they pretty much went with, like, they figured out what their aesthetic was here. They were just trying to do the final designs for her. And then, obviously, this is what they eventually wound up with. Like, she had a hell of an evolution. So this is where she starts. It's a few more options there. They start to get an idea of what they're doing. Get a little bit closer, and then they get down to, you know, the final 4. So, interesting that. I like seeing these things. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. I will be back trying to produce some content each and every day. I am still at limited capacity, and I am unfortunately quarantined from everybody at the moment, but a little low on energy, but I'm trying to get back into it and trying to work my way back up. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.